Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am going to be showing you all how I like to get my signature curly fro when my hair is at this particular length. Of course, I am starting off on freshly washed and conditioned hair, and before we get into adding the products, I am spritzing my hair with just a little bit more water. Or a lot. Of course, I like to do 4 sections just to make things more manageable, and I am using this leave-in conditioner from Design Essentials. You all know by now I absolutely love this product and this collection from Design Essentials, which is their African Shebay line. The products are super moisturizing. I am actually kind of out of the twist out cream, but the leave-in conditioner is just as good and just as moisturizing. So I am actually going to apply that all over my head before we get into adding the mousse as a topper and doing my braiding curl today. Go ahead and detangle your hair while you are applying the leave-in conditioner. It makes doing the braid and perm rod set so much easier when the hair is detangled, so that this hairstyle won't take you more than an hour. So make sure you work smarter and not harder. So I went ahead and combined those 2 back sections once I had leave-in conditioner on them, and I divided that first row into 3 sections, and I am going to be using the Much Beauty foam as my topper to make sure everything is nice and set into place. I like to section my hair off like this before I do the plait, and I make sure I braid tightly because this is how you're going to get that extra definition. And I try to make sure that I am not combining any of the hairs until I get to the bottom and combine it into a 2-strand twist before doing the perm rod. But make sure the section is nice and juicy with all of your products. And when you get ready to rod your hair all the way down, make sure you pull your hair tautly so that it won't come loose. And whenever you rod your hair, you decide how long you want your fro and how short you want your fro. So this is the perfect length for me where I put the rod set because it's not hanging too far down on my neck, but I know I'm still gonna get that stretch and bounce that I love when I do my signature curly fro hairstyles. Now we are moving on to the section above. As you all can see here, I did put a plait right in the middle of my head. And of course, some of my parts are not going to be super straight, but that does not matter because no one is going to see the parts when I pull these braids apart. And of course, I'm going in and repeating the same process, making sure everything is nice and moisturized and detangled before I go through with the braiding process. There's nothing worse than doing a twist out or braid out or a flat twist out on hair that is not thoroughly detangled. So make sure that you are taking your time, making sure that everything is nice and neat. Once you get to that second row, you can decide to place the perm rod at the same length or just a tad bit above to give your hair just a little bit of a layer effect. But it is totally up to you. And we are 3/4 down and we have this last section to go. But so far, here's what my hair is looking like. As you all can see, I do not have like any unnecessary gaps with this hairstyle. I make sure that everything is nice and layered so that when it's time to take it down, the fro is giving what it's supposed to give. And for reference, I do have 5 plaits on each side of my head in the front, and I have 9 plaits in the back and 3 rows in the back. So it went 3, 4, 2. So there's 2 in the crown of my head. And of course, I am going to sit up under the dryer. On this particular day, I only sat up under the dryer for about 30 minutes. So I didn't get my hair completely dry, but I did have the rest of the day around to actually let my hair finish air drying. And I did let these perm rods, I believe, sit in my hair for a couple of days. I had a pretty chill weekend. So here we are on Monday morning, time to unravel these braids and perm rods. I only had one soldier to fall off, okay? But the ends don't look too bad, so we are going to, of course, go ahead and roll with it and start by removing these perm rods. before unraveling, I'm using my Olaplex bonding oil, which I absolutely love these days, and I rub it in the palm of my hands and then apply it all over my head. When taking down my plaits, I am gentle but also quick at the same time, because you all know when it comes to doing braid outs or anything with a braiding curl, removing a braid actually takes way more time than taking down a twist, because you can just easily pull it apart. So make sure you give yourself enough time in the morning to actually unravel your braids. Whenever I am undoing a twist or a braid, I like to kind of run my fingers through the section to see if the hair just wants to like fall apart. And sometimes I just move my hands down the length of the hair and it just naturally separate on its own. So that is the method that I am using to actually unravel my hair today. And of course, just go ahead and start kind of fluffing your hair into the position that you want it. As you all can see, the perm rods give my ends a nice little curl, creating that fro and giving myself a little shrunken look and length that I absolutely love. And as you all can see here, there are no gaps, okay? No gaps within this fro at all. But of course, you all know I like to do just a little bit of touches to my edges and stuff, especially on the first day. And I think I did, yes, I went ahead and pinned my hair back just a little bit. You all, it has been like in the high 90s, okay? So anything to do to get the hair off my face and off my neck. I decided to do this braiding curl on this particular week because I have been doing so many low manipulation styles and protective styles that sometimes I feel like I need to give my hair a break and just let it flow naturally. So this is just one of those hairstyles that allows me to do that. And I am adding just a little bit more foam along with that edge control. And I'm going to let it sit into place for a little bit just so that my hair can be molded in the direction that I want it to go. And here is the final look, a very timeless hairstyle for me that I can wear in the fall, the winter, the spring, the summer. It doesn't matter. You'll catch me with my curly fro that has volume, definition, and shine. As always, I really hope you all found this video useful, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. See ya.